Madam KOO, Dr. Kemi, Auntie Kemi, anything but Kem. Please don't call me that because I've blocked too many people because of just that. And I mean it. I'm very serious about the way Nigeria is going now. So if you like, don't listen to me. Don't take me serious. That's your problem. But don't come to me later. All right? I'm going to be doing a lot of shows with regards to the situations in Nigeria. On this very show, I'm going to be doing a show about the prisons. I was in the prisons 3 times. None of you can survive the prison like me. I went in there aggressively. I came out even more aggressive. Anyone that goes to Port Harcourt Maximum Prison comes out as an animal. That's what Oshiba just said in 2018. After the report of what Dambazo came to see there. Now, Alhaji Abdurrahman Dambazo was the former Minister of Interior in Buhari's first administration. He said if journalists get to see what he saw in Port Harcourt prison, they'll have a field day. Well, people were laughing at him and said, hello, there was a journalist there, and an investigative journalist for that matter, Kemi Olunloyo, and the daughter of a former governor, blah, blah, blah. At the end of the day, I saw a lot and I spoke out on TVC. The good parts of the prison, the bad part of the prison. I'm talking about Port Harcourt prison, the largest, possibly the largest prison in Africa. Port Harcourt Maximum Prison was built in 1918. In 2018, it was 100 years old. The prison was designed for 700 inmates. Today, we have 5,000 inmates, at least 4,000 plus men. I mean, they lose count of them, and 78 women. The most we've had is 80 women. The women's wing and the rest of the prison is the men. Their space is a little bit open because there's 4,000 plus. Ours is enclosed. We have friends in the prison. We have people that feed us, people that help us. We don't have sex. We don't have access to that. Nobody has access to a lot of those things. I'm only telling you about Port Harcourt prison. I don't know about the others. But I'm doing this show today because I'm coming to you, 3 months ago? Was it 3 months ago or 3 weeks ago? I told you that I'm retiring from activism. It's very hard to retire from activism because if you're born to serve, you're going to be an activist forever. And the reason I'm doing this show this afternoon is that I got a problem. A big one. President Buhari, it's not working. What we have going on, okay, we have a new minister for the interior, and it's a former governor, Ogbeni Rauf Aregbesola. Minister, Honorable Minister Aregbesola, it is time. We cannot continue like this in Nigeria. It is highly frustrating to hear that our young Hausa boys are being raped, sodomized in the prison, sexually abused, sodomized, and so much more. We need to change this country when it comes to that. Okay? Northern Nigeria, I haven't been past certain places, but it is time that we open our eyes because when things are done illegally in Nigeria, we call it illegal pastor, illegal doctor, even illegal pharmacists. I'm a pharmacist. We have a lot of illegal drugstores. They just sealed a lot of patent medicine stores. I don't like patent medicine stores in Nigeria because I'm a pharmacist. Okay, patent medicine store will sell cornflakes, orange juice, drinks, and maybe Panadol, headache medicine, diarrhea medicine, a few things you need on the go. They're still medicines. They belong in the pharmacy. Sokoto, I believe, sealed about 32. But then you have also people who are going to give birth to babies, who are going to check your temperature, and they're doctors. And we arrest them and we call them fake doctors, but they're doing the job a doctor should do. Why did we arrest them? Because they don't have the license. The problem we have now is we've had fake doctors, fake pastors, fake this, fake that, but we never have a fake ritualist. We never have a fake cultist. Now we have fake prisons. Minister Aregbesola, we have fake prisons. What Abdurrahman Dambazo did not do, you pick up from there. Ogbeni, last week, what did we see in Kaduna and Katsina? President Buhari's hometown, Katsina. We found children locked up, 300 young men locked up in prison-like conditions, dungeons, that the police, the Nigerian police, call them inmates. What's an inmate? An inmate is a person incarcerated under the prison system, and that's the legitimate NPS, Nigerian Prison Service System. In a prison owned by Nigerian prison, not in a house and a dungeon owned by an Islamic cleric in Kaduna or Katsina. How did these children get there? Their parents. My son wasn't doing good in school. My son was stealing all the time. My son was with the wrong crowd. So you give him to this cleric who's supposed to rehabilitate your son. And what do you have? Children who are literally traumatized, suicidal, and full of horrors. I know, because I'm suffering post-traumatic stress disorder. I'm a PTSD recovery patient. I haven't become a survivor. I don't sleep at night. I can't. I sleep during the day. At night, I'm awake because of fears and horrors that I went through. SARS, you watch execution, you hear bullets banging into somebody's head every single day before they took me to the prison, court, and then prison. The nightmares are hard to bear with, but nothing like the flashback of traumatic events for young children, young youth, Nigerian youth that's supposed to be out here. Not only were they not taken into the system, their parents gave them to an illegal person who was running his own prison and abusing those children to the max. Some of them were starving. Did you see their bodies? The Katsina ones made the front of the punch yesterday. The Kaduna ones last week. And then we have Aboki children. Aboki youth. Young kids as young as 4 years old kidnapped last week in Kano. Many, I think 70 something. And the police is trying to retrieve some of them. What are we going to do in Nigeria? What is happening to the interior? The Minister of Interior just started. Somebody told me this morning. Let him settle down. Are you mad? Minister Aregbesola, nobody's settling down. Get to work. Get to work. Somebody was telling me, let him settle down. When do we swear in people? May. When do we appoint ministers? Ministers came in September, I believe, or August. The minute you become a minister, you work. I'm not a minister in Nigeria. I could do better than a minister in Nigeria. That's what they don't understand. And it's you, the watcher here, that don't make them understand because you brand me as a mad woman, insane woman, crazy woman. And then I get all these praises this morning because of my celebration video. The video I made at celebration, telling the government and my dad off. Who called me crazy? You'll find out who it is very soon. It'll shock you. Watch the people around you, and many of them are your family. We have a situation in Nigeria. Parents are taking their children to somebody to help counsel them, change them in an illegal prison. The ones that are in the legal prison, the juvenile detention center, are being raped and sodomized. This is the case that was uncovered by Sahara reporters in Maiduguri prison. All the young boys in Maiduguri prison, they spoke out. If the warders are not having sex with them, pants down, sodomizing them, it's other inmates and the warders are watching and letting it happen. Who is protecting them? Then you say you're going to release them and they become terrorists or Boko Haram. Were they terrorists before you even put them in prison? More than likely. During Jonathan's administration, we killed a few boys, and Amnesty International and I were the only ones that spoke out. Our army went into houses in Maiduguri and pulled every male child out of the houses. And those children were executed, all shot one by one in the head. Don't tell me you don't remember. You don't remember or you don't know because you were ignorant. You were looking at the wrong things when Kemi Olunloyo was talking. We're now gotten to the part where Nigeria is almost unfixable. But it can be fixed. When they were arresting me, people were laughing, joking, did nothing. Now they got six journalists and activists arrested. A whole lot of people are under arrest now. Newspapers everywhere. Who's supposed to inform you? The media, the government, or other people, your neighbors? Who's supposed to inform you? Everybody. But the leader of informing the public is the media. If you don't support us, you're endangered. It's that simple. Otitokoro is my show that I do to talk about all the good, bad, and ugly things happening in Nigeria. And I can't say more than this. I was supposed to do this show in Yoruba or Yoruba English, but I figured a lot of people are going to come and watch it. Many people are at work, they're going to watch it after. But do me a favor, I'm going to round it up now. Click share. Click like, share, and drop a comment. It is sad that these things are still happening in Nigeria or happening on a larger scale. Children kidnapped. Personally, the northern Nigerian youth is very endangered. They work hard. If they're not endangered up there in the north, they're here in the south selling produce on the streets. You want your cucumber, your carrots, your pineapple, your watermelon. The Hausa boy down the street has it in his wheelbarrow. The Yoruba boy can't carry that wheelbarrow and sell it. Neither does the Igbo boy do it. The pride, the stereotype. But the Hausa boy is doing it here. They're riding the kekes. They're riding the okadas. They're working hard. The youth in the northern Nigerian parts come to the south to make it even better. Do we have youth that go over there to work? No. Unless it's a job in Abuja. We're tired of the stereotypes. Some of you are saying you can't sell rice on the streets. This awa going that I ate this morning came from the streets. I have a flask over there, big giant flask. A bag of rice. I cook it, I put the rice in there. What's to say I can't sell that on the street? Make the stew and sit down and sell it all day. You'll make money. Don't think because you're too sweet, you're an Instagram slay queen. You can't do that. Don't complain that the government hasn't given you jobs because you want to be a prostitute at night on Allen Avenue down the street. Or you want a job in the office or something. Anybody can do any job. All of you need to get to work. Everybody needs to get to work. Nobody has time. No government is waiting for you. No entitlement. You don't have nothing. What you have is your brain and your own little intelligence to create something.